welcome back to Biomutant. In the last episode we went and defeated the Porkypuff, the second World Eater, and before we go back to Out of Date we just need to find the Nono that should be here so we can heal the world root that was damaged by the World Eater. So there's the Nono and we've caught it. So we need to take this back to its home, which is just along here. We're going to skip the travelling and if by magic we are there. So we just need to return the Nono back to its rightful home. And it can heal the world root for us. We need to do one of these after each World Eater we defeat. We have done 2 of the 4. So that is the second root healed. So now we're going to travel back to Out of Date. He's got something to tell us. And I think it's going to bring back some unhappy memories. So let's travel there now.
Out of Date says the time has come for you to reconcile with your past. Lupa Lupin is still staying in the camp where he was brought up. He hopes you'll find the answers you are looking for there. Even though darkness is a part of your nature, he suggests you try to keep your cool, as the best fighter is never angry. He'll point you in the right direction, but the rest is up to you. This part of the journey is one you'll have to do on your own. Lupa Lupin's camp has always been there, hidden deep inside the mountains. Out of Date hopes you'll find your way and the answers you are looking for once you're there. He knows he said it before, but the time has come to put an end to the Lupin's reign of terror. You should get over there, come face to face with destiny. It's going to be you against the Lupin. No rules. He's happy to help. Says talking to you was interesting.
So Out of Date has told us where to find Lupa Lupin's lair. And for those that don't remember, Lupa Lupin was the one who killed her mother.
Lupa Lupin's camp has always been there, hidden deep inside the mountains.
So we need to go and get revenge on him right now, and we are outside his lair. Can we take the fight to Lupa Lupin?
Lupa Lupin says he's been looking forward to this moment. He wanted you to come here and see for yourself where it all started. He was so little when your mother and kin came here to put an end to his mother just because she was different, a hunter. That night, the hunter became the hunted, trapped with nowhere to run. He says your mother showed no mercy, only vengeance. He can see that you're not like your mother. There's something different about you. Maybe you would have made a better decision than she did, and let them be. They orphaned him, left him alone, an outcast and a freak. Lupa Lupin says he's been reliving the moment every night since then. He says your mother and her disciples started something that couldn't be undone. They created the monster he would become. He knew his time would come and he was patient. So, when he got news about your birth, he knew how to get revenge that would last. That's why he spared you that night he raised the village when you were a child. He wanted you to suffer for life, like he had. He marked you for life, so he'd recognize you when you met again, and you'd eventually remember where you came from. His hunger grew insatiable over the years to come. He tried, but being vegetarian wasn't in his nature, and he couldn't go hungry. But he's never taken a life for the sake of appetite. It's always been about survival, and that our true self is being who we are. A deep look into nature will make you understand everything better, and that natural selection eliminates, and the strongest survive. Fate is for those too weak to determine their own destiny, and now the time has come for you to accept yours.
Lupa Lupin is defeated. Revenge we have got. And we need to reclaim the youngling weapon. I believe this weapon belonged to our mother, and that's why we need to reclaim it. There we go. Unfortunately, it's nowhere near as good as the weapons we currently have. We're picking up weapons left, right and centre, but none of them are anything close to what we're currently using. We are trying to chop and change parts to try and make each thing better, but I'm still struggling with the crafting system a little bit, to be honest. But that is Lupa Lupin defeated. I don't think there's anything else to pick up around here. It doesn't seem to be. So have one final check on Lupa Lupin to make sure he can't get out. I don't know if he's dead or just captured, but we've caught him nonetheless. Now we're off to Out of Date, just to tell him what we just managed to do.
Out of Date says that from what he's heard, you've been busy. He says he appreciates what you've done so far, but unfortunately he's got urgent news from his friend Noko in the east. Out of Date says that even though he's unsure about your intentions, he hopes you'll support Noko. He says he'll point you in the right direction, but finding Noko and making sure she gets what she needs is up to you. That doesn't sound good. Out of Date was spot on. The hoof puff needs to be stopped. Out of Date says that Noko is worried now that the Eastern World Eater is stepping up its activity. He explains that Noko keeps a fabled steed that she has planned to ride out to the World Eater, but needs help to get it prepared. Out of Date suggests that you should head east as fast as possible and see what you can do to help. He's happy to help. Understands you have other places you need to go.
Out of Date is getting concerned about the World Eater in the east, and we need to go and help his friend Noko, so we'll head there pretty soon. But in the next episode we've got some urgent business to deal with, and it involves the tribal war, so join us for that in the next episode. Thank you for today, thank you for watching, and we'll see you again very soon.
You're maybe not